on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
Posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito.
And DJ Misses.
DJ Misses.
Yes, sir.
You ever caught a nightly spirit?
Yeah, you know I have.
You like good music.
I love good music. I love soulful music that touch your spirit, that talk about the spirit, that just talk about what's going on around you.
Man, I made a connection with this lady through work, and her energy's so high.
Amazing.
Syndicated radio personality, mom, wife,
author,
daughter,
comedian, entrepreneur. The list goes on.
Come on. We ain't gonna hold you up. Darlene McCoy Jackson in the studio.
Yes, what it is, family. What's happening?
Darlene.
What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
Great. How you feeling?
I'm feeling phenomenal. I feel good to be over here.
So for the people that might not know who Miss Darlene McCoy Jackson is, please let them know who you are and what you do.
Well, listen, first of all, I'm Darlene. Yeah. Everybody, and I always tell them I think my theme song is more famous than I am. But but I am actually, I was a national recording artist that fell into radio and became a Hall of Famer and became a history maker in radio. God just had a plan for my life that I didn't think, I was going one way. He was like, nope, this way. But I'm a mother. I actually manage a hip hop artist. His name is Champ. And DJ Mrs. say, oh, he hard.
Yeah.
He hard. He hard, ain't But I also, I'm just entrepreneur, and I'm actually looking at venturing into TV and film right about now. I'm kind of working on some things, So I'm just enjoying life. I'm enjoying being a creative. You know what I'm saying? Singing, painting, and as you said, I'm a new wife. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Especially at age 51. I don't mind telling y'all.
Come on now.
51.
For sure.
And it's like, woo. This is just a lot of life going on right now.
Right.
You feel me?
Darlene, what started your musical journey?
So I was singing. I used to be the praise and worship leader at a huge church here in Atlanta. And one of the artists that was also a praise and worship leader said, do you have a record deal? I was like, nope. He says, go with me to Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow. I'm going to make sure you get one.
Oh, wow.
Drove me to EMI and sat me in front of the president and said, I don't know who you got coming up on this roster, but this chick needs to be one. Oh, wow. And I got signed there, and then my friend, family member, really, Dallas Austin, was a part of that record, and he was the executive producer. And then fast forward, the Tyler Perry soundtrack came out to Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and Dallas was the executive producer. They put me on the soundtrack, and before my actual record came out, I'd already been a platinum artist.
And that was for Falling in Love, right?
That was for Falling in Love.
Come on.
And you see what I'm saying? And then, but that went platinum. And so I was like, how do you become a platinum artist before you even put a record out?
Already platinum.
Already. So it's just been an amazing journey. My life has been an amazing journey. And then, as I did put my record out, it started going up the Urban AC charts on Billboard. So I was doing a concert for Magic for the Urban AC station. Right. And Derek Harper, he was just like, he had a vision for me in gospel. Mm-hmm. He felt like I had the kind of a personality that would bring a little bit more life and not just the sad, I'm crying, Jesus help me stuff.
Right. To this day, that personality like that.
No, for real.
we just, sometimes we feel like that, but not all the time, no. Sometimes we want to turn up.
Yeah.
Right. Turn up for Jesus.
Feel good about who we love. Feel good about worshiping God, Yeah. But I just feel like having me there, God had me there for a purpose, and that was to bring love and to bring light and to bring, I've interviewed anywhere from Snoop Dogg to Diddy to everybody has come by my show, and it's just the way that I am. I embrace people. I am not like the Christian on a journey to just go for Christians. No, I actually am a woman of God who embraces humanity.
Period.
So I'm just, I don't just target myself to an audience. An audience will draw to whatever I'm doing. And I feel like God has called me to do something different.
So with you being so like not your stereotypical type of basically
Tell me
church
about my
woman.
hoodie, cause I got on a hoodie and some boots and stuff.
But you always coming here.
Nice
I'm talking
hoopering.
about it's always a new cut, a new
Know
color.
what I'm saying? Like color.
You coming with the pieces on, like was that a lot of pressure for you? Because I know you've always been Darlene.
Period. And so I mean, you kind of answered it. I have always been me. I'm always gonna be me. I'm not gonna change who I am for anybody. I don't care how they feel that I should, because I have been validated by God. Like if He's for me, who can be against me? Leave me alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So how was it making it through all these years with you
Oh, my
being in
God.
the game for so long? Though I can imagine.
It's hard. It's like you feel rejected. You feel like an outsider. You feel like what you're doing is not significant because it's not. It's just kind of, it's so different that everybody's got questions. It's like, I don't know, what is she like? What does she actually believe? Like, and it's because I have such a broad understanding of God. It's just not. It's not fixated on just Him blessing me. It's on me walking in His power, So, it's just different. But I do feel like over the years, God says we either plant a seed or water a seed and He'll give the increase. I feel like the increase has come with on my brand. I think people have really embraced the middle lane in such a way that it just has its own legs. So I feel like I've been a pioneer. I feel like I've been a trailblazer. And we just, I know that I'm a different kind of church mom.
Yeah.
But I look at that as like church moms that are like you they're more welcoming. Like,
yes.
A lot of younger people gravitate towards those. They don't feel like, I want to be in church, the church lady in the building.
But
pull the
see,
Bibles out.
and you know what it
Put your
is?
skirt down.
Put your skirt down and close it.
Right.
Close that jacket, honey.
Come on.
You're seeing too much. Nah, none of that. That wouldn't come from me. And it's because I genuinely love the next generation. Generation Z, millennials. I do feel like a connection with because everybody needs to be heard. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be understood. And all you gotta do is listen and embrace and love on. That's the magic. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Darlene Jackson's here, posting on the corner with yours truly, Incognito, and DJ Mrs. We just love your vibrant energy. Let's talk about your philanthropy, because I had the opportunity to go to one of your events. Darlene, you're always giving back. You're always doing something good to uplift women. What are you working on now?
Listen, okay, so I have a 501c3 called Mothers of Brave Souls, MOBS, and we're putting together a cookbook with my celebrity friends. So they'll, contribute, and of course the proceeds will go back to MOBS. But at the end of the year, every year, I do something called Celebrities Care, where all my celebrity friends will cook their favorite dish, and we'll have like a potluck.
Yes.
And we'll have it at a restaurant where they will provide the meat and we provide the sides.
Yes.
But we just embrace, food insecure families, and we bring them, gifts and money and whatever else it is that we can give away. But this year we're going to do a cookbook. So
That's dope.
try to raise some money for it. But that's one of the things I do. I want to, because I was a single mom. I was a married mom, and I was a single mom.
Right.
I was a teenage mom. Like, I've been a mom in all kinds of arenas. I have quite a story. But mothers need support. Mothers need to know how to mend those relationships with the fathers too. How to speak about how you feel, but then iron it out for the sake of the children. My organization helps to garner those kinds of conversations, and just to rebuild the family. You don't have to be together to parent. You can co-parent effectively if you know how to do it, if you know how to communicate, but you got to know what's important.
How can some women become a part? How can they figure out where you're going to be at?
Listen, just hit me up I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. And they are so bougie. They make me sick because they gave me a blue check. They won't change my name. But anyway, just go to @Darlene McCoy.
Stand on that name, Darlene.
My name Jackson, but go to @Darlene McCoy.
Come on,
on
Miss Jackson.
Instagram. Woo! Know what I'm talking about?
There's a huge difference between car wreck attorneys and truck wreck attorneys. You can be a great car wreck attorney, but I bet you don't know anything about the trucking rules and regulations. Get the real experts at 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. Expertise matters.
So I know you say you love the younger generation.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you plan on doing for them, or what message do you have for them right now?
I really want, because I feel like a lot of times, we probably have failed in teaching our younger generation how to connect with God, how to love yourself, and how to grow without having to impress everybody else. Just be your authentic self, but value your life. We don't have a lot of kids that even value their life. And they'll do anything, value your life because you've been sent here for a purpose. And, I actually was working on something this year that it looks like it's going to have to be next year before we can complete it all. But I want to have a national day of prayer with this next generation, the Generation Z and millennials. And I want it to just be where they feel comfortable, just coming around people that look like them, that's cool like them, but that we pray and then we can connect and just, I want to grow that. I want to have an all-night glamping party where we doing all kind of stuff. Like DJ Mrs., you got to come on them ones and twos, honey, because you's on fire.
Yeah.
You feel me? She's on fire. She got to be out there.
I would love to be a
Cognito,
part.
you got to be out there, man. It's a glamping trip. I envision it being something big bonfire where you can pray, we can worship, we can
like a retreat.
Watch movies. It's just a retreat. Just come, let's go hang out. We can barbecue.
Come on now.
I can dance, but even though I can't dance, I will.
Yes, you are a great MC.
You know how to
See
do
what
it.
I'm
You
saying?
know how to
I'm
host
MC
now.
though now. I'm gonna
No,
do
for
that.
real.
Yup. You know how to turn a party up.
Okay.
Turn it up.
I
Sure.
know that's right. You know how to do the Tamia line dance?
Oh my God, you gonna show me? Cause
I will.
Please show me.
I get busy
We
with
gonna
the
do it
Tamia
together,
line
man, 'cause I
dance.
don't
You don't know how to do it either.
Man, I
Look, I need help because, people try to get me in line dance and I'll be like, oh my God, people don't know I'll be forgetting stuff. I don't know how to do this. So get me right.
I will. Once you get the hang of it, it's going to flow.
It's probably going to be all I do too.
Every song. I got this one.
I'm telling you, that's how I was. I'm not even going to lie. Look.
That's right. I'm going to do it. Make it look like I can dance on everything.
Come on now. So, you just remarried.
Yes, honey.
Happily remarried.
Yes, God, and he fine. He's so fine.
Come on.
Go to my Instagram page and see for yourself. Scroll and see that man is fine.
I have to talk to you about how is it being, in your field, in your profession, and being a godly woman. How was dating for you? Like,
Baby. Woo,
I
I was
trying
the
to
worst.
find the man.
Babe, I was the meanest person dating
Really?
because I just didn't have the bandwidth to just tolerate stuff. One dude came over my house to pick me up. He opened the door for me and I was like, oh, this dude is doing too much already. Quit doing too much, bruh. Dang. Like, calm down.
For real?
It was like, I was so mean because it was just because I think I was finding myself because I was in a marriage for 17 years. Raised my kids and all that. So I was trying to get acclimated to who I am. And, but then, then that man then he came around a little extra. Because we were friends. Like, I met him 6 months after my divorce. And we were friends for 5 years.
Wow.
Great.
And then that's 2017. I don't know. He just looked at me different.
You just felt
Like,
it.
boy, I'm single, boy. Don't be looking at me like that. What's wrong with you? Looking at me like that, boy.
Yeah. Love
And
it.
it just started, we started coming a little closer and we had chemistry. We found out we had real chemistry. And it was
Right.
just like, okay, let me find out.
I know that's right. So what advice do you have for the younger generation of men and women trying to date and trying to find a one?
That's real.
Just don't do it too fast. Find yourself first. Put that effort, put a whole lot of effort into you first so that you'll understand what you need with you. A lot of times we'll date somebody because they fine, they got money, they got this and that. And it's like, and you still clashing because you're not compatible. When you are in alignment with who you are, you understand where you're going and what you want. Take your time and do that. You're going to have a phase where you're just dating people. Keep it just like that then. Don't get so serious so fast. Just let everybody know I'm dating people. Okay, I'm dating here. Let's just go and just enjoy ourselves, and then let things just evolve organically, because the right one, you'll know in your soul if your soul is healed. Now, if you just needy and you just want somebody just because, you're setting yourself up, because if you think about people, when they're hungry, they eat anything, right?
That's true.
Don't be hungry. Keep yourself fulfilled. Walk in fulfillment and wholeness, because you won't eat anything. You'll have a standard on what you're gonna have in your life, So take the time to do that. Be that. Have friends, girlfriends, guy friends. Just have friends that you just hang out with and have a good time, because that would set the bar a lot higher for somebody that needs to come and be in your life.
Right.
I was in a position at that time, I didn't need nobody in my life. I was just like, okay, dude, whatever, you want to hang out, whatever, But when you don't put that kind of pressure on what you want to happen, it will happen.
And I do feel like as a Black woman, it is a lot of pressure to
It is.
get married, have a baby, settle down.
It is.
It's a lot of pressure.
And then you have all these statistics people just throw out there at you. It's 25 women out here to one man, which ain't actually true. Because like, the way I used to see that is, okay, it's 24 of them. All right?
Right.
Because I'm all by myself, baby. Ain't nothing like me.
Come on, gang.
Come on, Darlene.
Darlene Jackson's here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito and DJ Mrs. Let's talk balance in this industry. It's ups and it's downs.
Yes.
Whenever you find that thing just coming down, what's one of your favorite scriptures you go to?
Let me tell you something. All things work together for good.
Romans 8:28.
You better
Come
what
on,
Incognito over here got this. You see? Listen, all things work together for good, and you got to be okay with that, because it's not always going to go your way, but it's going to be for the good. It's not going to go the way you want it. Sometimes you feel rejected when God is protecting you from things. Sometimes you feel like a door has been closed, but it's because there's a bigger door that is opening for you, and you've got to trust your steps that have been ordered. I stopped saying my steps are ordered. They're scheduled.
Ooh,
you see what I'm saying? My steps are scheduled. So that means I can't arrive too early, and I can't miss it, because I'm going to be on time for everything that belongs to me.
Is that the knightly spirit in him?
That mic flag over there.
That is on my flag.
That's my flag over there. It's the nightly spirit up in here. Yeah, just take your time. And I believe in enjoying myself. I laugh so much. Just laugh. We ain't got to fight. We ain't got to, just find something to laugh at. Because really, if tomorrow comes and you're blessed to see tomorrow again, you got another chance.
Come on.
Just don't take stuff so serious.
That's real. Let me get in your radio bag. I think we spoke about it off air, but when COVID came around, how was that adjustment with being a syndicated radio personality?
Yeah, listen, it was hard because I love to talk live to my listeners. I love it. But we couldn't come in the building. So, I had to set up a studio at home. I would call in, but then I got so comfortable.
Come on.
Calling in and stuff. You know what I mean? I was like,
I kind of like this.
I like it.
She got married.
You see what I'm saying? I just got a new husband and stuff. Who wants to leave? But then, it was just so much going on with even, the murder of George Floyd and so much other stuff that was going on, the protesting and all of this stuff. I just feel like it was a time to really sit back and go in.
Yeah.
And redefine your purpose. And I did that. I started, warting off things that just wasn't important, and I just started focusing on things that is most important. And my show just continues to grow.
Yes.
And congratulations to you. I just heard about you, Incognito. It's killing these
For sure. I couldn't do it without the incredible DJ Mrs.,
Y'all are killing it.
Yes.
But I just enjoy, the time slot. I enjoy the time just to talk to people.
Yes.
And let's also not forget that you are still making history.
For sure.
Yeah, man, I keep on doing it, man.
Yes.
God is doing it through me.
Now,
The first.
Yes, the first black woman with a national nighttime syndication.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah, man.
And it's also, on top of that, you are healing people at the same time.
Yeah, man.
You never know who is listening to you.
You just never know. But the way God uses you in a way, it's like, while you're broken, you are still called to heal other people.
Yep.
Sometimes, I've had times, going through things that nobody ever know you're going through, because I'm really faithful to the platform. Yeah. I really feel like it was a responsibility. It's not something I aspired for. I didn't, it was something that God had for me to do. And that's the way I treat it.
So how do you protect your peace with healing and being a healer?
I don't put up with nobody's mess. That's what I don't do. I protect my peace because, I really set boundaries and I speak up and I'm straightforward. And, I embrace what needs to be embraced and I let go of things that need to let go. And, I think that just through life, I've learned how to do that. I've learned how to figure out, okay, this is something I'm not going to even engage in this conversation. Right. I'm going to contribute what I need and then I'm out. I have to, you have to live a life that you know how to be. You got to know when to hold them. We used to say this back in the day, when to fold them, when to walk away and when to run. Those are real life lessons, and I walk in that.
Oh, that's right.
Man, Darlene Jackson's here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito, and DJ Mrs. Out of all your songs that you have recorded, thank you for sharing your gift with the world, first of all.
Thank you, bro.
Because we know you do it because it's a gift.
Thank you.
What's your favorite record?
I would have to say, Even Me, right now. That I hear you calling me, your spirit drawing me. Because let me tell y'all, I was actually writing that song. I was talking to a friend of mine that owned a strip club. And he was telling me, yo, I really want you to come and start talking to some of the strippers. They listen to you at night, And I was just like, okay. And my heart started going out for people who just live, they live however they live. I just want them to feel included. Because in the scripture, Jesus was at the well and the woman came the woman at the well came over and he said, woman, give me the drink. And here he is, a Jew, and she's a Samaritan woman. He's not supposed to even talk to her.
Yeah.
So she was like, sir, do you know who I am? And he's like, no, yeah, I know who you are. Give me the drink. He wanted to engage in some conversation, but she didn't feel like she was good enough because of who she was. So Even Me was based on the idea of, I don't care where I am, what I'm doing. I can hear him calling me. I can feel his spirit drawing me. It's bigger than me. And it's bigger than everybody's opinion of me. So, but that is probably the song that I just feel like it resonates. It resonates with people.
Let's talk about you on that stage, Darlene. What does that do for you, being on stage and performing?
I love it. Man, I love it. I love to sing. I love to be with my band. I love to worship. But I love to have a good time. It's a safe place for me. It's a creative space for me. I don't always get a chance to sing, but when I do, I take hold of my opportunity.
I know that's right.
You hear me? I'm going in.
Yes.
Because, a lot of times people have me to host. They don't really know me as a singer like that. But yeah, every chance I get, it's
Are we
on.
going to get a new album?
Oh my
EP
God,
or
yes.
something
Oh,
soon?
I'm working on something. Let me tell you, it's specifically, because I have been releasing like EPs, but this EP is going to be specifically to suicide. I experienced it recently with a great friend of mine that committed suicide, and I saw another side of it, and I'm writing songs for that right now.
Wow.
And I want to put some things together. I'm reaching out to some of the greats in gospel, and I'm reaching out some of the greats that are not in gospel, that are in other genres, because I want to tackle that particular
That must
space.
be heavy though.
It's very heavy.
And write,
It's
let
heavy,
that
but I
emotion
think
come
it's
out on the paper?
necessary. It's necessary because we're not touching that, and it's happening
no. You're
hard.
right.
It's like in the community hard. Everybody has experienced suicide in some way at some time in their life. If it's a friend or family member, a close school friend or something, it's being experienced, and nobody's talking about how to have hope. That's right. In this dark time. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm always so deep. I don't know what it is. It's intense, but it's just who I am.
It's what's needed.
It's what's needed, and that's when I do things. When I feel like there's an aim.
That's
And
amazing.
so
Go
that's what I
deep,
made
cause that
that
light
mix.
shine bright, Darlene. Hello.
Come on here.
Come on.
I thought that's right.
With that being said, from a listener to a coworker,
Come on now.
we got
I
a new
love
posted
it.
on the corner alumni, Darlene Jackson.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Man, I love it.